So what kind of codes do you use when you don't want people to understand you?
The type of codes we use is like, body language.
You'd be like,
say something with our body or with our eyes.
whatever.
We just talk in Spanish. We write anything we want in Spanish.
We're not allowed to wear beepers, but when we do use them, we have like codes which are numbers, like 143 is I love you, Trev.
Yes.
We would mostly speak in like street slang. It would be like, somebody is off the heezy.
When we found out that our email wasn't confidential, we started using certain numbers and the shift and number keys.
You just kind of like mess up the words a little bit, break them up. Like, for example, her name's Claudia, so it'd be Clafa Ufi Tifiafa.
Computers have a special code too, though it never changes and it's not really a secret. Information in a computer can only be represented by ones and zeros. This code is called digital information. Why ones and zeros? Because those are the only two numbers you need to reflect the flow of electricity. It's either on or it's off. On is 1, off is 0. Everything you say to a computer has to be put in terms of these two numbers.
Everything seems to be digital these days. Old movies are remastered in digital, watches are digital, CDs are digital. Excuse me, but digital's just a bunch of ones and zeros, I mean, you can't really do anything with a bunch of ones and zeros, right? Well, now that's why we've come to the ballpark, is to take a closer look at the power of digital. This scoreboard is like a big computer monitor, a really big computer monitor. And the guy that runs it sits way over there in the press box. Anyway, just like the monitor on your school computer, everything on this scoreboard is run through a combination of ones and zeros. Hey Dave, can I get a dot please? Observe, a dot. Well, actually it's one picture element or a pixel. You see, the scoreboard's computer receives a binary command telling it which pixel to light up in exactly that location. This dot is just its response. Now, by entering a new group of ones and zeros, the programmer can change which pixel is lit. Watch. A typical computer monitor has 480 lines of pixels, and each line has 640 pixels. That's over 307,000 individual pixels that the computer has to control. Here's one pixel from a scoreboard. The computer has to handle thousands of these instantaneously, and this is just a monochrome display. Here's a color pixel. For color monitors, not only does the computer have to handle which pixel to light up, but it also has to give the correct combination of primary colors to each individual pixel. Primary colors being red, blue, and green. And this has to happen very fast. So, what do you get when you add all these pixel changes together? So, the next time you're at the ballpark and you see something like this, you'd better keep in mind that computer power is just as impressive as home run power.
Have you ever counted in binary numbers? Probably not, because the digits build up too fast. 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Now all those numbers only take you up to 8 in the base 10 numbers we use. I mean, would you rather say 20 or 10110? Though it may seem tedious for us to pound out a letter using ones and zeros, keep in mind a computer can do the same thing millions of times a second, and it never gets bored. In fact, each button on this board represents a binary digit, or bit. Now, a bit is the smallest unit of digital information. Taken together, these 8 bits are equal to 1 byte. And each unique combination of 8 bits has a meaning for the computer. When I enter 8 binary numbers into the board, a letter appears up here. The computer translates the numbers into a letter. How? Using a special code called ASCII, the American Standard Code for Information Interchange. It's a standard way for computers to translate binary information into a letter, a number, even a punctuation mark. This board gives us 2 to the 8th possible combinations of zeros and ones, so we can create 256 different values using these bits. Many computers today have 32-bit microprocessors. With 32 buttons, we could create almost 4.3 billion different values. That's why 32-bit computers are so much more powerful than 8-bit computers. Imagine what it would be like if we could pound out the bits as fast as a computer. And that's not even close to a computer's speed.